Okay, we have our next set of matches. As you can see, the group matches have mainly been following the exploits of Lao, but now we have the challenger Laomian. Every time I see Laomian, I keep saying I gotta lock in on Chinese. I have Red Note now, so I really gotta lock in on Chinese. So, yeah. Laomian's definitely, like, kind of in, like, there's a speed difference between these two players. We've been seeing LAO9 kind of mad chillin' in terms of, placing these pieces. Unfortunately, Laomian really fishing for some pieces that he's not getting. So, Lao's gonna take that first game. But you can see, like, the strong opponent's gonna really light a fire underneath LAO9's butt, and he's gonna start placing these pieces a lot more confidently. You can kind of see, yeah, so LAO9's almost completely blocked off from that 10. Decides to greed for the 11, for no apparent reason. Gets the, harassment out of that. Really dangerous block off this high up on the board. Sets off the main chain. So that's gonna cut most of LAO9's pieces, and that's gonna be game for him. Laomian realizing that playing that dangerously was a dangerous game. I know it seems obvious, but you know, I would have opted to pop out those reds. I would have gone for it. I would have been like, thank the stars. However, I don't think I would have counted on that happening to me again. So that's going to be an explosive 7. Laomian has a little bit of space to extend, but really wanted to extend on that left side in columns 2 and 1. You can kind of see it there. Those one pops kind of disrupted the extension on the front end of the chain. So both players got a 7, but you see how Laomian's 7 totally exploded at the end, so that's gonna super duper power it up. Now we're at all clear start. LAO9's still building a main chain using this all clear start, although the DTR is a little delayed. It's a yellow on top of the reds. And that's gonna be a lot of damage. You know, Laomian set off a chain that had like a little bit more stuff to it. That's gonna be a 3-chain response from LAO9. Really risky one though. Responds with a 4-chain, just on account of having more space, more resources. Okay, opting to place things in the side, take that damage, respond with the red. Very strong response from LAO9. So this kind of matchup is like, you see how it's like causing him to be a bit more crafty and fast on his feet with these pieces. So that's one thing that pools matches will kind of bring out of you, that you have like these kind of fight or flight responses that, like, when it comes to playing this game, that kind of emerge these split-second scenarios. And I think that's what makes Puyo a very compelling game, where, yes, it's about technical skill, it's about, you know, prediction or whatever, but it's also about these kind of adaptation, reaction type things. So there's like a level of adaptability to the players, and I think that some iterations of Tetris have this as well. I just feel like a lot of newer versions of Tetris, I mean, pretty much every new version of Tetris, is kind of missing this a little bit. It's kind of pure speed, and because of the 7 or 14 bag system, you know you're going to get one of each piece every 7 or 14 pieces, so but I think that, like, that this is definitely something that Tetris the Grandmaster has, is something that classic Tetris has, kinda. I mean, rolling's kind of ruining it for me, if I'm being honest. I think it's interesting that they brought back, like, they made a Dazzlingly tournament because of how much rolling had changed the main game. So Laomian's gonna set off that main chain. We're back on it. And Laomian kind of greeting for an extra link out there. There was definitely extra link potential, but maybe he didn't think that he got the right pieces in the right order. That knight's gonna counter. That's gonna be a lot of damage. Laomian gonna eat that. I like that they're doing Witch versus Draco. These two goofy goobers who are constantly bothering each other. Speaking of Draco, I miss playing Puyo with Maru. Maru, come back to Puyo! We miss you! You need to be my Puyo rival again. She's too busy playing different rivals. Too busy playing rivals with Ether. You're hard greeting. You're hard greeting, bro. You're big and greedy now. This is gonna cost you. Exactly, and that's what you get. That's what you get, Laomian. You're big and greedy. You can't do that. You had the longer chain. With a 7? Okay, this is an 8. This is a 9. But, like... you gotta set something off, sometimes. You see somebody popping stuff. You can't just keep going for it. Especially with the, major speed advantage. See, so you're wide open, but if you put one piece, you have to elevate, the blues. And, no, you can't elevate the blues because you need a yellow to go on top of it. Okay, well, that works. If that piece hadn't come, that would have been game set. So Laomian has the longer chain there. And I hope you're noticing, like... Actually, I think I already said this. Where it's like, there is a play discrepancy between the two players. In terms of, like, speed and confidence. Now, LAO9's got to do something to clean up that GTR because it's not gonna quite connect all the way down. It's also not gonna do a ton to block off unless LAO9 has another follow-up. Now, Laomian greeted for those yellows. Wasn't fast enough to get them. So LAO9's bringing this back. There's all clear potential to me in those pieces. But it doesn't matter. Laomian's gonna opt to set that off early, realizing that Lao kinda chain isn't complete. But you know what is complete? This bottle of Pepsi, wild cherry and cream, naturally and artificially flavored, cause I drank it all! I eated it! Okay. Would have been a really nasty drop to put on, column for that one piece of garbage. Alright, so Laomian taking my advice and just popping what they have. So you're seeing the chains get shorter, but the pops are getting faster. And that's gonna be the game, set, match for Laomian. See, you're locked in at the very end. But congratulations to both players, and thank you so much for playing. And thank you for watching.